The top 5 best vehicles in GTA Online. Now when it comes to this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 best vehicles in GTA Online. Now these vehicles do not have a certain ranking to them. They're kind of just the 5 vehicles that I chose. Now keep in mind, these are some of the vehicles that I actually enjoy using in the game. But in reality, there are hundreds of vehicles in this game that I actually love. So I cannot just list all 100 of the vehicles. So for this video, we're just going to be going by the top 5. And every now and then I'll add more vehicles for every other video. So if you guys are cool with that, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as to leave a like. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Now starting off with the first vehicle for today, we have the Canis Terminus. Now when it comes to this vehicle in particular, in my opinion, this is probably one of the best off-roading vehicles in the entire game, because of how fast and how efficient it is with its overall traction and its grip strength with the wheels. You guys can literally climb up any mountain in the game, especially Mount Chiliad. This vehicle is a more recent vehicle, came out with the Chop Shop DLC, so it's a very recent off-roading vehicle that they just dropped. But ever since this vehicle did drop, I have been using this vehicle a very good amount of time, just for the overall style, the aesthetics, and just the overall look of the vehicle. Just feels very clean and calm to me. And on top of that, we also have 4 doors, so that means you can have 4 people inside of the vehicle. So this just goes to show that this is one of many vehicles that I actually end up using in the game that I actually enjoy, because of how easy it is to climb up mountains and just how fast it is too. The overall acceleration from the jump is just amazing to me. So I think that you guys should go ahead and get this vehicle. Now moving on to the next vehicle on the list, we have the Pegasi Zentorno. Now this vehicle right here is a classic. This brings back so many memories for me, because I was always working so hard to try to get this vehicle back in the days. Like literally I would go ahead and play Rooftop Rumble, go ahead and play Titan of a Job, or even just do the OG heist just to get enough money to go ahead and get this vehicle. Now the crazy part is that I never ended up actually getting this vehicle. I actually got this vehicle from a friend, because he had this vehicle, as you guys can see, is a little bit modded from the actual pink color. So I just ended up getting this vehicle from him by doing one of those gift card or friend glitches, and that's how I ended up getting this Zentorno. So it turns out that I've never actually bought this car ever. This is just me getting it from a friend. But it's really crazy how I always tried so hard to get this vehicle back then, but something always came up or just came in the way from me getting the vehicle, so I just never got to get it. But overall, with this vehicle being $725,000, this is a pretty fast car in my opinion. Even from back in the days, even to now, with all the more modern vehicles that are out now, this is still a very good classic and fast car to use. And the style and the overall aesthetics look perfect and look amazing with the actual vehicle. It looks like a jet. Like if you really think about it, it's just a vehicle that looks like a jet. I don't even know. That's just the best way I can explain it to you guys. But at the end of the day, this is just one of the many vehicles that I also enjoy playing when using in the game, because of just how much I went through to actually end up getting this vehicle, even though I never really got it. But now that I do have it, I just always drive it around every now and then just to be like, wow, this is the vehicle that I always wanted to get, and I finally have it. Now moving on to the next vehicle on the list, we have the Bravado Buffalo STX. Now when it comes to this vehicle right here, all I can think about when I see this vehicle is, do you want to race? Because this vehicle right here just always makes me think that I should just go ahead and start racing somebody. I don't know, just the overall feel with this vehicle and just how it controls just feels amazing. I'm pretty sure this is related to the actual SRT in real life. So I don't know, man, it's just something about the SRT that just makes me just want to go ahead and start racing somebody. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of other cars will definitely gap this vehicle for sure, but just the overall feel with this car is just something else to me. But in general though, when it comes to this vehicle, you guys also have the Imani Tech upgrades, so you guys can end up getting the lock-on jammer for the vehicle. That way nobody can go ahead and blow you up while you guys are cruising around the street, as well as the proximity mines that come with it. Now sadly, it does not come with the actual explosive mines. It comes with the slick mines, as you guys can see right here. So you guys can just simply go ahead and just put the slick mine down anytime somebody tries to maybe chase after you, or you might be getting chased by the cops. You guys can just simply put down those slick mines, and then they'll just end up spinning out of control. But overall, with this vehicle being $1.6 million and it having the Imani Tech upgrades on it, this is definitely a vehicle that you guys can definitely go ahead and get, because I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to end up enjoying it a lot more than I am. And if you guys ever do want to go ahead and race, leave a comment down below. But I'm telling you right now, you guys are going to lose. By me. Now moving on to the next vehicle on the list, we have the Ocelot Pariah. Now, I'm pretty sure the Ocelot Pariah is still the fastest vehicle in the game on last gen for PS4 and Xbox One. Now, do not quote me on that. If I am wrong, make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below to let me know what is the fastest vehicle for last gen, because the last time I was on last gen was like over a year ago, so I have no clue. But I'm pretty sure this is still the fastest vehicle in the game when it comes to last gen, and for a good reason, because this vehicle has probably one of the best accelerations and one of the best tractions. Actually, maybe not the best traction, but it is still a very good and very fast vehicle, and the overall design of the vehicle looks amazing. As you guys can see from the paint color that I put on it, this car just looks perfect, clean, crisp, and it's just an awesome, very fast vehicle that you guys can go ahead and end up using in the game. Now, me personally, when I first got this vehicle on last gen, this was honestly the only vehicle that I ended up driving, because since it was the fastest car in the game, I was one of those people that were like, oh, since it's the fastest vehicle in the game, I'm just going to use this vehicle. But that was a long time ago. Okay, it was probably like 2 years ago, but still, you know, people change. So over time, obviously, I decided to use other vehicles, whether they're the fastest vehicle in the game, the slowest vehicle in the game, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when it comes to the overall aesthetic and the style of the vehicles, that's what I want to go for now. So this is still a very awesome vehicle, and for $1.4 million, this is practically a steal, because if you're on last gen, to get $1.4 million, especially nowadays, it is crazy simple and easy to do. So if you guys do not have the Ocelot Pariah, make sure to go ahead and get this vehicle right now. Now, moving on to the final vehicle for today's video, we have the Dinka Jester Classic. Now, when it comes to this vehicle right here, when I ended up buying this vehicle, I kid you not, I literally drove it around all the time. I don't know, it was just something about the old school classic look to it, because this is a classical car, you know, it's more of a older model for the, I believe, the Supra. Yeah, it was supposed to be for the Supra, so it's an older Supra model. But just the overall look of this vehicle was just amazing to me, and I always drove it around because the controlling and the handling for this vehicle was really something else to me. There was always something about this vehicle that just surprised me every single time I decided to take it on the road. And for it being a very, very, very cheap price nowadays for GT Online, with it being $790,000, this is practically a steal, because this vehicle is way too good and way too fast for you to pass it up just because you guys just don't want to drive this vehicle. That's the only excuse I can think of, because this vehicle is just way too good for you guys to just not be using. So if you guys do not already have this vehicle right now, I don't know what you're doing. Go ahead and do one Cluck and Bell farm raid setup. Go ahead and do the weekly time trials to get enough money to go ahead and buy this vehicle right now. Alright locals, that does it for today's video. If you guys want to go ahead and check out my previous videos, go ahead and check them out right now.